You dropped it right here. Good boy. Good. Good boy, come. Hey guys, I'm Kaylyn and welcome back to Fable Hill Farm. Finkel. As I said, when I first got him, I knew that he was going to be my biggest challenge ever of training him. And I can assure you, if you are new to LGDs, if you're thinking about getting a puppy, if you're just doing some really preliminary research on getting an LGD, training an LGD is going to be the hardest thing you've ever done when it comes to training an animal. Leave it! Good boy! Good boy, Uhtred! Ah. Hey guys, I'm Kaylyn and welcome back to Fable Hill Farm. Today I thought I would talk for a few minutes about how it's going with our livestock guardian dog, Uhtred. Some of the positive things and some of the negative things that we've been dealing with, well, I've been dealing with in training him. Some of my observations about LGDs compared to regular dogs and training them. And I thought I would show you a little bit of the training that we're working on, such as Leave It, which have a great opportunity to show you that today was some real temptations for little Uhtred here. You'll hear a lot of people give a lot of conflicting advice about training livestock guardian dogs. Some people say the dog should be with the stock 24/7 from the moment you get it. And some people say the dog should never be left unattended with the stock. It should only be supervised. Some people say that dog should never set foot inside your house if you want it to be a good guardian. And other people say it should be in your house for the first month or more so that it also bonds with your family and learns basic obedience. So I am really following my instinct when it comes to training Uhtred, our Great Pyrenees puppy. I've done a lot of research, but again, with so many conflicting opinions out there from people across the board who are experienced LGD breeders, owners, trainers, whatever, you know, professionals of any kind, as far as whether they're ranchers or they raise guardian dogs. There's just a lot of conflicting information out there. So I do believe at some point you have to trust your gut. I have a lot of experience with training dogs. I mentioned that previously. I used to work at a German Shepherd kennel in Florida. When I was young, I basically was an intern there. And that kennel worked with German Shepherds who were retired police dogs from Germany and Czechoslovakia and retrained them for personal protection. And I did a lot of work there with the breeder, Shirley, and just learned about the basics of training dogs, and she taught me a lot and I observed a lot. And then in my own life and in my own research for the last 15-20 years, I have been researching not only the human-dog relationship, dog behavior, dog evolution, but just, in training my own dogs, I've been really successful. I think to some extent you have to do what works best for you and your situation. Not every guardian is going to have the same responsibilities. Not every owner or trainer is going to have the same interest or knowledge or experience or whatever the case to handle things from the start a certain way. Some people are less comfortable with other things. Some people are getting advice from breeders or trainers. So in observing Uhtred's behavior compared to a normal puppy, he is overall very calm compared to a regular puppy. They've been bred for calmness, and it certainly reflects in the way he reacts, not only to meeting new people, but just in general, his behaviors and the things that he does on a hour-to-hour basis, just overall very different energy level than a typical puppy. And that's really cool to see that, reflected of thousands of years of selective breeding. However, he still has a lot of puppy energy. That's something we're working on, is getting it out. One of the biggest issues actually is that he doesn't want to leave the goats. And when he does go out and I try to exercise him, he wants to come back to the goats. So in working on that with him, I'm going to actually show you guys a clip from this morning where I am showing you exercising him. Hey, no, you don't run her around. And so, come here. Good boy, come here. One of Uhtred's biggest problems is running with the stock and nipping at the stock and nibbling. And now that's not out of aggression, and that's totally normal. That's just excitement and play. And because he's so bonded to them, he views them as playmates and companions in that way, and that's not appropriate. So that's something that we are working. No bite. That's something that we are working on. That's something that is a behavior that's absolutely unacceptable. He should never be putting his mouth on the stock or getting ramped up or trying to play with the stock. And those behaviors right now, while harmless because he can't actually hurt the goats and he has a soft mouth, he is not biting with his teeth. He's just, nibbling. Stop. No bite. Good boy. Be nice. But when he's 115, 120 pounds, or when he's, even 6 months old and he's 80, 90 pounds, that is not going to be appropriate behavior. And you do not want a guardian dog who thinks it's okay to bite or play with livestock. So that has been the biggest challenge and the reason why we're actually moving forward with putting a dog run inside of the goat pen. I think we're going to put it over here in this general area. And he is going to be spending a lot of time in there, as well as a lot more time with the bucks. He can get out of the buck pen right now. We just have to put up a board, I think, under the gate, and then he shouldn't be able to get out. So he is going to be with the bucks a lot, and the bucks are a lot more capable of handing his butt to him, so to speak, if he gets out of line. So that is something in my research recommendation from other farmers and LGD trainers, is that if you have a puppy that's getting too rambunctious, say with lambs or kids or ewes or something like that, you put them in with a ram, or in my case a buck. I don't have sheep, I have goats, and those bucks are gonna sort him out and teach him his place. And his place is to be calm around the stock and to not try to play rough with them. I will say overall that training is really moving forward and progressing, and I am happy with the speed at which we are moving forward with basic obedience. As you're about to see in the footage, I'm going to show you guys of doing some recall training and some leave it commands. He is actually doing really well. This is all new to him. He still is really young. I've only had him for a couple of weeks, but he is really starting to learn, these basic behaviors that are going to shape him into a good livestock guardian dog. Now, because he is an LGD and not a regular dog, he's not a pet, he is a working dog. LGDs have been bred to be independent, critical thinkers, which means they are going to challenge the commands that you give them, and that is totally normal. That's why they are very difficult to train compared to a regular domestic dog. So I have to bear that in mind when I get frustrated with him, and when I'm doing a training session, as you're about to see, and he decides he's had enough, or I give him a command and he just doesn't want to obey me. It's because he has been bred and it's hardwired in his DNA to think for himself. And if he's thinking, this smells really good, or I'm investigating this, or I want to go over here because of A, B, or C, he is a lot less likely than a normal dog to respond to that command in the way that you want him to. So I have to remember that, and this is a learning process for both of us. They are a whole nother breed. They are a whole nother kind of dog entirely. And he is not seeking to please a human the way a normal dog is. So bearing that in mind, keeping the commands to a minimum, not only what is taught, but the frequency of training sessions. When I am giving him commands and he's doing really well, and then he starts to kind of get bored with me, I need to learn and remember that it's time to cut it off. You want to always try to end on a positive note, not on a negative note. And he did really well, as you're about to see. So I'm going to share that with you guys. I don't want this video to be too long. So I'll show you the training session that we just did. And just as a reference point, the things that you're going to see him going between on the leave it commands. He's got the duck's feed, which is on the ground in the woodshed, and he was loving trying to scarf up that grain. He's got duck poop, which is disgusting, but must be delicious to a dog. My dogs are notorious for trying to eat duck poop as well. Then I have a container there, that silver KitchenAid mix-it bowl you see is scraps for the chickens, and it's got raw eggs and all kinds of food in it. And I think he did amazing at leaving those things alone. You know, he had a couple of instances where he really wasn't listening, but overall he did really well, and I feel like we did really enforce the leave it command. So I'm pretty proud of him, and I'll go ahead and insert that footage now and stop talking. Come here, boy, come on. Leave it. Hey, leave it. No. No. Leave it. Leave it. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Leave it. Leave it. No. No. Leave it. No. Good boy. Leave it. Good boy. Come. Yes. Good boy. Can you sit? Uhtred. Sit. Uhtred, sit. Hey. Hey. Leave it. No. Come here. Come on. Come. Come. Pup, come. Uhtred, come. Good boy, come. Yes, good boy. He's used to kitties. You're just not used to him. He's nice. Come on, Uhtred. Let's go, buddy. Uhtred, come on. Leave it. Good boy. Come on, buddy. Let's go back to the goats. Uhtred. Stubborn little pup. Come on. Let's go. Good boy, come. Yes, good boy. Come on. Good boy, come. Good. Come on. Let's go. Good boy. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Come on. Good boy. Good. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. Yes. That's a good boy. Yes. That's a sweet boy. Where's your goats? Where's your goats? Say hi. Hi, goats. Hi, Eddie girl. Get down, fatty. That's a good go. Ah, no. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on, Uhtred. That's a good boy. All right, Pup. I see you later. Be a good boy with your goats, okay? You can see Sunny telling him no. Problem is, she's the only one that does that. He's getting a little excitable. That's not really the behavior we want to see. They're all just kind of waiting. It's like this moment of anticipation, wondering what I'm going to do. Hey! No! 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 Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified when I post new videos. I will see you guys around. Make sure you leave me a comment down below. Let me know what it is you're interested in seeing and what you liked about this video. I love to hear from you. I appreciate all of you taking the time to watch my videos, and I will catch you guys later. Kitty. Ah, Uhtred. Hey, no, Uhtred. Uhtred. Don't chase a kitty, one we're gonna have to work on. It's actually funny, when I came out here initially, I heard him barking and it sounded like he was like trapped somewhere or something. I couldn't figure out where he was. He heard me coming, and it must be he's putting on his listening ears a little bit better or more frequently, because he heard me coming and he was just barking up a storm. Intruder, intruder, intruder. So that was pretty cool. That's his job.